This is the Next Fest demo for Winter Burrow, which is an adorable little survival game about a small mouse trying to survive in the wintertime with all kinds of bad things happening to him. But you wouldn't know it from the cheery attitude of this main menu, which just welcomes you right in, and it makes me feel good. I'm not going to hit continue because I think I took the demo as far as I possibly could when I was playing it on my own. We should start over from scratch. Yes, please. Destroy my old progression. The Burrow was mother's and father's dream home. A place where everybody could stay warm and safe. Aunt Betchelina knew more about wilderness survival than she ever got to teach me. It didn't last. The wilderness seemed to worry my parents. You can see it's sort of getting wintry there. The promise of the sprawling city didn't disappoint at first. The only jobs were in the mines, and they were hard on my parents. They almost earned enough for the tickets back home before they passed. I sold everything, packed my bag, and left for my true home. The old burrow, now barely recognizable. Why hasn't Aunt Betchelina kept it in shape? Well, here we are. Alright, so we gotta light a fire. Let's pick up some sticks and repair our hearth. Crafting unlocked! We can make an axe now. So it's nice and warm in here, which is good because this is your cold meter. And the cold meter goes down anytime you're not around the fire. Alright, let's start some woodworking. We should make a sandstone axe, but we don't have any of this stuff, so we need to go out and get it. So we've pinned it over here on the side. And now we're going out. So as long as we're out here, you'll notice that my cold meter is going down. So we've already picked up enough stuff, but I'm going to pick up a little bit more because I can. Because I want to show you how adorable this place is. It looks like something out of like The Wind in the Willows or something like that. It's got the style of the illustrations that you might expect from, books of that era. Like Peter Rabbit or something, So I'm just going to pick up as many resources as I can. You can see my my heat meter, though, is getting pretty low. Once it hits halfway, it starts complaining. Now, these beetles look a little scary. They're fine as long as you manage not to attack them. So you're kind of in charge of how much trouble you get in with those beetles. Okay, we're starting to get cold. Let's head back in. Except I can't resist the siren call of loose items sitting out on the ground. Okay. Oh, no, I'm not going to go get that rock. We're getting too cold. We got to get in. Inside we go. Okay. So now that we're inside, the meter starts creeping up again, and we're okay. All right, let's make ourselves that axe. And now we can make ourselves a bed if we want. So they want us to craft a simple bed. Well, that seems doable. Let's go over here to the furniture zone. And did I collect enough? I did not. Okay, so I need to get some beech wood. I need to get more sticks. I need to get more flax fiber. Let's head out again. Though actually, I don't need to carry all this stuff with me. Especially because I don't have like a proper backpack. Got no space up there. So let's drop off everything we don't actually need. We're going to be collecting more of this stuff. And actually, let's put put that there. It does feel a little bit like the interface of this game is kind of caught partway between mouse and keyboard and controller. It's like it feels like they're trying to be very controller friendly, but this is a Next Fest demo, and so naturally I started with a mouse and keyboard. And I mean, I do have a cursor I can use all the time. So I don't know. There's just a little bit of no. I don't want to. I didn't even grab that on purpose. There is just a little bit of awkwardness here and there, where like it wants you to hover over something and press a keystroke. Things like that you wouldn't normally do in a mouse and keyboard driven game. Okay, so we've got an axe, which means we can now hack at these beech logs to collect beech wood. Is that beech? Or was it? Yeah, it is beech. Okay. But you can also hack down these little spindly tree things to get more sticks. And you can hack down these little leafy guys to get more fiber. So I've done enough, but of course I have to do more. As long as I still have heat, I'm going to stay out here and collect more resources. So you can either hit the space bar to swing your axe, or you can right click. Either way, your character hits in the direction they're facing. So it's actually not different at all. Okay, we're getting cold. Let's get back inside. By the way, I love that it leaves little mouse footprints behind you wherever you go, partly because that actually helps you figure out where you've been and how to get home. All right, so let's make that bed. So now we can make chairs, tables, stools, that sort of thing, if we want to. I tend to be more of a utilitarian when it comes to these things. Okay, so I built the bed. Does that mean it's in my inventory? Let's remind myself how this works. Yes, it's in my inventory. So let's stick it there. And actually, let's just drop off the stuff that we don't need to carry around all the time. And then let's grab the bed and place it. And so now, it took me a second to realize you need to move this around with WASD the same way you'd move a character. And then you place it with the space bar. So that feels very console-centric, right? So I'm betting if I switch to a controller, a lot of these control decisions would make more sense than they currently do, because what I expected was to grab it with my mouse and move it around. But when I tried to do that, I just placed it immediately the first time I played through the game. But now we've unlocked the ability to make boards. So we could take, well, let's see what this needs. So this needs 3 beech boards, plus some stuff I've already got. I might be able to make that right now. Yeah, let's craft all that we can. And yeah, we can repair the chair right now. I love what the chair is, by the way. This feels very, like, again, Wind in the Willows in sort of its tone. So we've unlocked a bunch of knitting projects, because this is my knitting chair. So this is my, like, workbench over here where I do, like, carpentry projects. And this, I believe that you cook. Oh, you cook over here at the stove. But I can actually turn fibers into flax yarn and use it to make outfits. I can also make wool yarn out of the fur that I've been collecting off the ground. I think I'll do that. But I think that actually I need to get a lot more fiber in my diet. I need to get a lot more fiber in order to be able to do anything useful with this, because it wants me to knit a linen coat. So let's mark the linen coat. So what I need is 6 flax yarn, and each flax yarn needs 2 fiber. And then on top of that, actually, I also want to get the hat, which is 3 more, and the pants, which are 4 more. So really I need 13 yarn, which means I need to have 26 fiber. And I've already got, how much? 3. Okay, we need a lot of fiber. So, let's go hunting. That's 2. I'm not even going to bother grabbing other resources. So, notice I am starting to get a little hungry. It might be worthwhile for me to grab some mushrooms in case I get really hungry. Took me a while to figure out those were food, by the way. I just got extremely hungry in my first playthrough because I didn't realize that there actually was food available. I just wasn't looking at the mushrooms. So yeah, I've zoned into another area over here. I think this is mostly beetles. This is mostly a beetle hunting ground. I couldn't remember if it had a lot of fiber in it, and it looks like maybe not. So I'm probably wasting my time out here. Oh, we got some little beech nuts, though. That's kind of cool. Oh, and we've got a thing down there. Let's go see what that is. You can fight these guys. I just don't want to right now. So yeah, I didn't know at first you could pass through that grass. And we have learned how to make a fancier bed. But I think that requires even more fiber, so we're not going to do that. So yeah, we're already getting cold. We need to head back home with almost nothing to show for our efforts. Get home, little mouse. So once I get the coat that I want to make, it's going to, I'll be able to stay out longer. And I won't be quite as desperate. Because right now I take these very short little jaunts, and I can't do a whole ton. Alright. We're all warmed up, almost. It's very easy to come in and have the frost go away from the edges of the screen, and you think, oh, I'm warm now, and you're not. You have to wait till this is already full, or otherwise you're going to be just limiting your time outside even more. Okay, let's go northeast. We haven't gone there yet. And see, okay, oh, here's a big fiber plant right here. Okay, wasn't that big after all. All right, the fiber is kind of thin on the ground right now. This stuff does respawn, by the way. I think it might do it overnight. I'm not sure if it just does it constantly or if there's a particular time it does it. We've unlocked, ooh, another fancy bed. I mean, I'm here. I might as well knock that down. Where else can I find fiber? Got more beech nuts. More beech logs. But not finding a lot of what we need. And we're about to start getting real cold again. Oh, wait, we got some fiber here. Is that fiber? No, it's not fiber. This is fiber. Okay, so not only is it getting cold, it's also getting dark. You can see in the upper left corner we've got sort of a clock. By the way, these little icy things here are like berries. It took me a while to figure that out. I was like, what am I picking up when I pick this up? I'm picking up frozen berries. Wait, no. For a second, I forgot where my home was. I think it's over here. Yes, it's over here. Oh no, we're gonna freeze to death! I've never actually frozen to death in this game, and I'm not sure if that's a thing. All right. So, we've got 18. I want 8 more. I want an entire suit. I'm not going to settle for anything less than an entire suit. So we're going to warm up. But actually, you know what? Let's take a nap. It's nighttime. We can sleep until morning, and maybe they're going to refresh some of the resources, so it'll be easier for me to get more fiber. All right, so now it's dawn. And let's see. Okay, it looks like it's a little snowier. So I don't know if that means that my cold is going down faster, but oh, look at this. I think we've got a bunch of new, a bunch of new fiber plants. So I think that did happen overnight. And we've got this berry bush. We can hack down for both sticks and berries. Okay, so doing that reduces my stamina, by the way. I've got to take breaks. Okay, yeah, it's about to get real cold, but I think we're about to be able to. Yeah, I think we've got enough. We've got oh my gosh, we got 21 fiber. We got almost all the fiber we needed just in this one trip. All right, don't freeze to death, little guy. Don't freeze to death. Okay. We've definitely got enough. So when you are crafting inside your home, it pulls not only from your own inventory, but also from the inventory that you've got in your chest. So I'm going to craft all this flax yarn. And now I've got enough of it to make this coat. Yay! Oh, and now I can make rope. Now that I've got the coat, I can make rope. But we're also going to craft ourselves a hat. And we're going to craft ourselves some breeches. This says pants, which makes you think it was made in the United States. Or at least with people who learned English from Americans. Okay, so actually, let's open up our regular inventory here so that we can... Wait, can I not... Why can I not equip this? Oh, right. They've got some weird rules about... So you don't actually equip things from your inventory screen, even though you've got this stuff here. I don't think you do it from here. I think you actually do it from the hotbar. So, like, you select it and switch to it on the hotbar. So now I've gotten all dressed, and now my old outfit is sitting here in my inventory. But yeah, so like I said, like there's a little bit of weirdness. Like my expectations for how I'm gonna be able to control this game are just a little bit off, and I think it's because this was built for console, or at least for console controllers. So like. I originally thought I'll be dragging things from spot to spot here, and that is not how it works at all. There's no click and drag. Okay, so now it says I need to find my auntie. And now, because I've got all of this cold gear, I can spend a little bit longer outside. Not that much longer outside, but a little bit longer outside. I am really hungry, though. So let's... There, just in case. Let's grab some shrooms. But, okay, we need 5 rope and 5 of this wood. Okay, that works. So unfortunately, I made yarn out of all of my fiber, and I'm pretty sure that the rope is also made out of fiber. The reason I've been avoiding eating is because your aunt gives you some amazing food when you first meet her, and I was like, oh, I'll just eat that. But, oh no, I accidentally hit the beetle. Okay, anyway, now I've got some beetle meat, I guess. I don't think you can eat that, though, just straight. I think you've got to cook the beetle meat. Yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry. Let's get back inside. Oh, wait. I do like that they give you this mission to find Auntie. Like, I know where she is. But the first time I played through, I didn't. And so it was sort of like, it just motivated me to, you know, explore and try to figure out what I can do. But we are hungry now. So I think we need to grab these mushrooms, even though, 'cause I don't think this is this safe to eat? This might be safe to eat, actually. Okay. Let's try out this stuff. First, let's eat some bug meat. It's bug sushi. And then let's eat some mushrooms. We'll fill up our tummies at least a little bit. And then put that stuff back. Okay, so we've got enough of the wood. And by the way, I think that when I'm repairing that bridge out there, I can use wood from my inventory at home. So I just need 5 rope. And the rope, let's just make sure. Yeah, so the rope takes, so I need to have 10 fiber, and I've only got 4. So we are going to need to go out there and get a little bit more fiber. 6 more fiber, to be precise. But it wouldn't hurt to get some more wood, too, and some more sticks. Alright, that's 2 fiber. Ooh, bunch of fiber here. Cool. Oh, more than we need. Great. By the way, I do love that they'll put things in a cluster where you can hit multiple things at the same time. The only downside being when you accidentally start something with a beetle. So yeah, that fur that I keep picking up that I can make like wool yarn out of, I'm not even sure there's anything in the demo you can make out of wool yarn. But it's neat that it's sort of this rare resource that just spawns on the ground as these tufts of fur. And you can collect it early on. I think I can imagine it being sort of like a step above the fiber. And you get it at a very low rate, and you've got to decide what you're going to use it on. But I assume at some point, you'll be able to hunt something that gives it to you regularly. So it'll become bread and butter eventually, I'm assuming. By the way, note how long I'm staying out here in the freezing cold without having to go home yet. I'm only now starting to get a little frosty. Alright, so now we should be able to make enough rope to hang ourselves with. Alright. So now we're gonna go. I've got 16 rope. It's fine. We're gonna go out. And I believe that I can use the stuff from my lockbox at home out here in the world. We'll find out if that's true. I think that that's true. Because I don't think I was careful to bring that stuff with me last time when I repaired this bridge. No, I do need to bring it with me. Dang. Okay. Well, that makes sense, right? I was kind of imagining that because your character sort of, I think they fade down and fade up again, and your character like repairs it off screen, that you were like going home and getting your equipment. But I guess that's not how it actually works. Okay, fine. Let's bring the stuff with us then. So let's, I guess I'll just bring all of it, because why not? I'll also bring my food in case I need it. But If I'm very lucky, I'm a very lucky little mouse, I'll get there and my auntie will feed me, and I will not need to feed myself. Okay, now we've got it. Repair. See, I could have gone home and gotten my stuff during that fade down, but whatever, it's fine. Look! It's my auntie! Dear, dear me, who'd be knocking at this time of... Oh! Well, if it isn't a sight for the sorest of eyes. Back home to see your dear old aunt, are you? What a wonderful surprise. But goodness, child, the burrow. It's hardly fit for rodent residency. It's hardly fit for rodent residency. Did your mother not think to ride ahead? I might have had a chance to clean it up a little. Now your parents have all that work on their paws, I suppose. Oh dear me. Are they awfully cross with me? My parents are gone. Gone? But how? Forgive me, little one. I'm feeling quite lightheaded. Come in out of the cold and I'll brew us some tea. Over tea, I told Auntie everything. How hard my parents worked, how desperately they strived, and how unfairly we lost them. I'm so sorry, little one, she said through tears, but I'm so glad you've come home. She took my paws in hers, the warmth of them chasing away the winter cold, holding the weight of our shared grief. We'll survive this, child, together. I wish I'd known you were coming. I would have got the place ready. I keep meaning to fix up the burrow, you know, but things just get in the way, don't they? And, well, goodness, child, here's a perfect example. I'm here talking about the burrow, and meanwhile you haven't even any shoes on your paws. You'll be needing snowshoes in this weather. Shouldn't take you very long to whip some up. Just let me note down what you'll need. Here. So now we can make snowshoes. Oh, bother, and the larder's bare too, I'll wager. You should be able to sprout some mushrooms in that basement of yours. Your father left me the key so that I could use it to grow some for myself, but, well, I haven't made it over there as much as I thought. So I like that, by the way, that this is a game set in winter, and so they have you farming mushrooms in your cellar. That's where you can plant stuff, not out in the cold, which makes sense. But it's kind of cool they came up with, like, a way to sort of stay in the sort of environmental tone of the world while still giving you plenty to do. I suppose it's yours too now. Here, take it. So now I've got a key. Until those mushrooms bloom, you might have to rely on foraging, but for tonight at least, you must let your old auntie fill your belly. Consider it my welcome home gift. And here we are, we get a blackberry pie. Auntie Betchelina's pies were your favorite when you were a mouseling. I hope they can bring you some comfort tonight. Please, child, don't forget, anything you need, even if it's just a chat, I'm right here. Alright, so I can open the basement door, but first we are eating a pie. Boom. Our stomach is completely filled. That's the thing, I just didn't want to waste food when I was going to get it completely filled with that pie. Alright, so we're going to open that basement door. It's interesting they treat it like a repair. Like when you're setting the fire, you're repairing the hearth with some wood. And when you're opening the door, you're repairing the door with a key. Like, I'm betting at some point they'll probably want to add a layer where the interaction verb there changes. But for right now, you can tell they're just using one system to solve every single case of, I need some items to change this thing. It's just one thing, and they just basically set the same up for every single thing. I would probably, eventually they're probably going to put some option on there, like when they're doing their level design and quest design, where they can maybe change what the verb prompt is there, so it's not repair. But yeah, I think this works. So yeah, you remember planting mushrooms with Auntie Betchelina. You were long gone before the spores could bloom. So now we've got some spores. And we're down here in the cellar. Oh, look at this. Look how it kind of goes underneath. It's great. So let's chop this stuff out of the way. And then, okay, so we've got to repair this. And that's going to take a bunch of rocks, which we already have, a bunch of special rocks that I've never found before and probably are not part of the demo, and some crackers, which you can definitely make. So I'm not going to track this now because we can't really do it. But also, so, okay, this is an interesting thing. I've dropped these mushrooms in a position where it's really hard to click on them without clicking the entire staircase. That worked that time. But one thing you can do is hit Q to change selection. And now you've got the mushroom highlighted and you can take it. So again, very, very controller centric. So, okay, so let's plant the spores. So we can... Also, this doesn't... This, I can only move these diagonally on the grid with WASD. I have to hit 2 buttons simultaneously to move it with the grid. So we're going to place that one. We'll place that one, and we'll plant that one. Okay, we've planted our spores, so I guess that'll grow into mushrooms one of these days. And by the way, it says repair on this, which takes this green wood, which again, I've never seen. So I'm betting it's not a part of the demo. So now it's saying I need to get settled in and learn something from Auntie. But one thing I've already learned is how to make snowshoes. So I need some rope and I need some fresh fibers. So I've already found a lot of the fibers that I can find today. But I haven't gone up here yet. I'm hoping there's some more fibers up here. Ah, yes. It said I needed, what, 4? To make the snowshoes? Okay, I don't think these are actually fibers. I think that's just background. Learning the difference between green spindly plants that are just backdrop, like these guys, and green spindly plants that are actually useful. It's a challenge at first. You eventually figure it out. Whoa. Oh, I think I was also hitting this rock. Apparently I'll be able to use a pickaxe on this rock eventually. Like over here, we got these rocks. They need a pickaxe, and so I can't get at that thing. So I'm looking forward to someday playing the full game of this and having that pickaxe. Oh, it looks like it's getting dark, which means probably I'm getting colder faster. I've got 6 fibers, so I didn't need to come up here and grab that, actually. I definitely also don't need to get this one. Okay. Come on. Let's get down here. I think this is the entrance. Yes. There's no mini-map in this game. So you really do have to learn how the map comes together. But we can now knit ourselves some snowshoes. Okay. I don't know if oh yeah, I do heat up faster if I stand next to the fire. That's kind of neat. Okay, so I've got snowshoes on now. That's cool. Let's drop off the stuff I don't need over here. And then let's look at this. Or can I look at this? Yeah, so the stove. I can repair the stove with 8 rocks. Actually, I could have done this earlier. And now I can cook stuff. So I can take all of these mushrooms that I've been collecting, and I can cook a bunch of them into stuff. I can also make a beech nut biscuit out of the beech nuts that I've been collecting. That's one of the things that was necessary to open up the cellar. I can also make elder tea out of those frozen berries that I've been collecting. And that actually warms you up when you're out, so that can make you last longer. I can't make any pies, but... yeah, but I can. Let's just make all of those mushrooms into edible stuff. Okay, so I'm not hungry right now. Give me access to that, thanks. I'm not hungry right now, but I've got a bunch of things. And actually, so if I wanted to go out tonight in the freezing cold, I could bring a bunch of elder tea with me, and I could use it to warm up while I'm out. But I'm not going to bother with that. Because right now I don't really need to go that far, so I don't need to worry about it too much. But yeah, let's sleep until morning, and then we'll go learn something from our auntie. So yeah, we're suddenly much more prepared than we've ever been. Let's see what she has to say. Here to visit your auntie again, are you? It's good to see you, child. How's the Burrow faring? Come to think of it, how are you faring at the Burrow? It was looking quite bare last I visited. Building furniture is easier than it looks, you know. Here now, I even have some guides around here somewhere. Yes, these are the ones. So, okay, you can build some fancy stuff now. That's cool. They're only simple, but it'll be enough to get a young mouse all set up. Take them back to your old crafting table, and they should come nice and handy. Thanks, Auntie. Have you got anything else to say? Oh, nope, just the same thing as before. All right, cool. Well, let's go. I'm betting that if I'm going to be making some furniture, I'll probably want some wood. So I'm pretty sure that this right here, I'm not sure if this like journal mission is just for the demo, because we're getting close to the end of the content that's available in the demo. And I wonder if this is actually like just because of that, because I already went and learned from Auntie, and it's still sitting there because that's all there's left to do is to keep interacting with your aunt until we run out of content and the demo ends, which it ends dramatically, so I want to keep going, but it makes me wonder if the final game is also going to have a phase like this where basically your journal just says, go back and keep talking to your aunt every day. And that's just your only assignment for a while. Or if it's going to get more specific in the final version. I'm not, genuinely couldn't possibly tell. But let's, can't help myself. All right, back we go. All right, so let's make ourselves some beach planks, because I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, so this fiber bed that I found the blueprint for somewhere, it wants a bunch of fiber stuff. And this wants some wood and fiber. I like this twig bed though, it's a hammock. And then we've got this thing which, oh, this needs raw beech wood. And I just turned all of my beech wood into planks. Okay, well let's craft this bed just because I like it. And let's figure out why I'm still so cold. Come here, go stand by this fire. All right. So I'm gonna place my new bed. I'm gonna have two beds. This is my fun time hammock, and then this is my actual bed that I sleep in. And then let's go out there and get some more beech wood. I'm assuming there's more to be found out here. Well, actually, you know what I should do? I should bring some of that elder wine with me in case it gets cold again, because I haven't actually used elder wine before. I like incidental but not necessarily required for survival consumables are kind of my kryptonite in games. Like, you know, I never bring snacks in State of Decay, and for some reason I just like I have trouble valuing them, and so I want to like deliberately bring that elder wine with me just because I'm curious how useful is it? Like, how much of a boost does it give me to my temperature? So let's wait till we get cold and we'll try some of the elder wine. But mostly I'm looking for beech wood. I want 5 pieces of it. Doesn't look like there's any over here. I guess I should probably expect it to be in the east actually more than up here. Haha. Oh, whoop. just murdering beetles. It's fine. I got plenty of mushrooms to eat, but I want meat. Okay, I actually do want some beechwood, though. So maybe there's some. There used to be a lot up here, but not right now. Did I just chop all of it down for the day? I might have chopped all the beechwood for today and then turned it all into planks. I don't know if I've been down here yet. Ooh, what's that? We've got... Oh, we got some fancy stuff in here. An abandoned backpack. Oh, we're getting cold, though. Let's see how much the elder wine helps. A little bit. Not that much. And actually, it looks like it made me hungrier. Yeah, it looks like I might have to go to bed before we can get any more beechwood. We're really paying for that, oh no, here it is. Let's say for the rustic charm. Like, I can't make this furniture unless I have raw wood. I can't just make it out of planks. Alright, let's, I'm trying to remember. Can I cook? Here it is, roasted leaf beetle. Delicious. Alright. Well, you know what? I think I'm just gonna sleep. Because I think if it seems like there's no beechwood out there, and that's what I need next. So, also I think that sleeping will probably open up new options with my aunt. So let's do the beechwood thing first. There we are, new beechwood. So yeah, I guess this stuff just sort of respawns in the night. Took me a while to figure that out. At first I assumed that it was just all like, that each thing I destroyed was just gone forever. But no, even this big log up here comes back. Alright, I'm starting to get hungry. So I'm going to eat some beetle meat. And yeah, let's go learn from our auntie. Hey there, Auntie. Hello there, little one. Goodness, are you okay? Your paws are shaking. Have you been eating properly? You can't exist on raw mushroom alone, you know. Let me fetch you something. I'll only worry about you otherwise. Yes, a good home-cooked pie should do the trick. So she gives me another pie. That's adorable. You could make your own, you know. There's a decent stove in the burrow when it's up and running. And a nice hot meal will fill your belly far faster than raw ingredients. You'd be surprised what a quick roasting can do for a simple slice of chanterelle. Yep, I've already done that. We're ahead of the game, Auntie. So, let's head back with our beechwood. Let's make ourselves a couch. this here. But then, can I move this one? Wait, how do I... Ah, no, stop it. How do I move stuff? Ah, pick up. Okay. Okay, so I can't have it be facing away. Can I do something like that? Oh, and I can knit on any chair. Oh, cool. All right. That's good to know. So otherwise, I don't have a ton to do. Let's, actually, I'm gonna eat a bunch of this mushroom. Delicious. But now, I don't actually know how it works, but I suspect that Auntie's advice progresses as days pass, but let's go find out. Let's go talk to her again on the same day and see if she's got a different message for me, because I've clearly done already the last thing that she said. Let's find out if they're doing it by visit, by time, by day or night cycle. Has something happened, my dear? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Ah, the beetles, was it? Yes, you were a bit too young to learn how to deal with them before you left. No matter, you can learn now. Next time one comes scuttling over, give it a few good smacks with your axe. And don't be shy. You're not likely to back down, and neither should you. Not to mention, you might be able to get some good cuts of beetle meat out of it. Still, if you're not feeling up for a scuffle, you can always make a run for it. Okay, yeah. That works for me. Now, can I just turn right around and immediately get new advice from her? Okay, yeah, so she's talking about cooking on my own now. So she doesn't have anything new to say. You know, I mean, maybe I'll leave this up to you to sort of discover what happens, because there is definitely a dramatic event at the end of this. But I think there's a lot of conversations with Auntie that you have to pass through in order to get there. And right now, I do feel like, you know, the resources out here are really abundant. Like, I've got plenty of food. There's all these beetles that I can kill for more beetle meat if I need to. And every day, a bunch of resources spawn. And I'm betting they're being especially forgiving because it's the demo. But for right now, because there isn't a lot of struggle to my survival, and because there, you know, a lot of the progression is cut off, like, I don't seem to have access to any of the places that would get me things like green wood or blue rocks, the stuff that I need to craft or repair the next stuff that I'm facing. Like right here, I need to have green wood and tan wood, which I don't have. There aren't a lot of other goals for me to do, except for just going back and talking to Auntie until the story dramatically comes to its conclusion for the demo. Now, I mean, what really happens is an inciting incident motivating probably the rest of the game. But maybe I'm just going to leave that rather than just having you watch me sort of spin my wheels for a while here until it happens. But overall, I was really compelled by this game. I tried multiple survival games for Next Fest, and this is the one that I'm making a video about. Because even though it's definitely, like, a lot of the other ones are more like, you know, hardcore, aimed at, you know, like serious survival players and stuff like that. This one feels more whimsical, feels a little bit less serious, but it does have some darker tones to it, sort of driving my motivations. Like, I know starvation and death are a real thing in this world. This is not just, this isn't actually The Wind in the Willows. This is a little bit more Watership Down. So it's got that Wind in the Willows feel to it, but a little bit of that Watership Down seriousness as an undercurrent. And so that was able to pull me into it and made me really want to get deeper into this game. So when the full game comes out, I'll definitely be checking it out. For right now, you can go check out the demo yourself, see how you vibe with these controls on PC. You might want to try a controller yourself if that's more your thing. But yeah, and then you can find the ending, and then we can all wait together until the full game comes out. For right now, though, I think it's time to wrap this up. So there is my subscribe button. Here's links to some other Next Fest demos, and check the game out yourself.